The wind above Burke was still, but the air felt heavy, charged with a tension that even the sunrise couldn't burn away. As Toothless and I soared over the island, scanning the horizon, a strange emptiness filled my chest. "It's been 3 days," I said, my voice barely a whisper against the wind. "Drakvern is gone, but it doesn't feel like a victory." Toothless answered with a low, uneasy growl, echoing the disquiet in my own heart. Back in the Great Hall, a different kind of battle was being waged. Vigio, the man who had faced Drakvern and somehow survived, lay unconscious on a wooden bed, bound by chains of dragon-forged iron. Fishlegs, Gobber, and Astrid stood guard, his body still burning with that dark energy. Fishlegs observed, his gaze fixed on the faint red glow pulsing from Viggo's chest. "It's like the crystal fused right into his heart." Astrid, ever the pragmatist, crossed her arms. "Then maybe he should stay that way, locked up, where he can't hurt anyone else." I walked in, pulling off my flight helmet. The weight of leadership settled on my shoulders. "No," I said, my voice firm. "He is the only one who has been in direct contact with Drakvern S-Power. If there's any chance to learn what's coming next, it's through him." That night, with thunder rumbling in the distance, I went to Viggo's cell alone. The firelight cast dancing shadows on the stone walls as I sat beside him. "Vigio," I began softly, "if you can hear me, I need to know what you saw. What did Drakvern want?" Suddenly, his eyes snapped open, glowing with a faint, menacing red. His voice was a weak, sharp rasp. "You think you stopped him, but he's already inside the dragon's hearts." I recoiled, a chill running down my spine. "What do you mean?" A weak smirk played on his lips. "Every dragon that touched the storm carries a piece of him now." Before I could process his words, Toothless roared from outside the hall. The ground trembled violently, and the air was torn by the sound of furious, panicked roars echoing from the dragon stables. We rushed outside to see chaos unfolding. Dragons thrashed in their pens, their eyes flashing a terrifying red. "They're being corrupted." Astrid yelled over the din. The shadows spreading again, I leapt onto Toothless's back. "We have to contain them without hurting them. Use the sleep darts non-lethal only." The dragon riders sprang into action. Astrid and Stormfly became a whirlwind of precision, firing stun spikes to calm the frantic dragons. "I'll handle the big one." Snotlout shouted with his usual bravado as Hookfung bravely tackled a berserk Gronkle, sending them both splashing into the water. The night was a maelstrom of moonlight, frantic shouts, and flashes of rogue dragonfire. Amidst the chaos, Fishlegs made a horrifying discovery. "Hiccup!" He shouted through the communicator, his voice tight with panic. "It's not random. The dragons are reacting to energy waves from Viggo's chest. He's the source." My eyes widened in dawning horror. "If we didn't separate him from the dragons, the entire island, every dragon we loved, would fall under Drakvern's control." We burst back into the Great Hall to a terrifying sight. Vigio was standing, the dragon-forged chains melting from the sheer heat radiating off his body. "You can't fight it." "Hiccup," he hissed, his voice a sickening blend of his own and Drakvern's. "He's using me as a bridge away back into your world." Before we could move, a surge of dark fire erupted from Vigio, coalescing into a spectral, towering figure of Drakvern above Burke. The villagers screamed as the spirit's shadow fell across the island, draining the very light from the sky. Astrid grabbed my arm, her eyes blazing with desperate urgency. "We need to destroy the crystal now." I looked at Vigio, then back at Astrid. "But if we do," I choked out, "Vigio will die." She stared at me, her expression fierce and unwavering. "If you don't, everyone will." Torn, I looked back at Vigio, a flicker of the man he once was returned to his eyes, and he managed a weak, sad smile. "Do it, boy, and this." I closed my eyes, my heart aching. "I'm sorry." I gave Toothless the signal. He roared, his body glowing with brilliant blue power as he charged a full plasma blast. The others shielded their eyes as the blast of pure energy tore through the darkness, striking Vigo's chest. The explosion was deafening, a wave of light that flooded the hull and bleached the world white. When the smoke cleared, Vigio was gone. Only shimmering fragments of the crystal remained, slowly disintegrating into dust. Outside, the red glow faded from the dragon's eyes, and the suffocating storm clouds dissolved into the soft light of dawn. Berk was safe. For now, later, as the sun rose over the sea, we stood together on the cliffs. "Do you think Drakvern is really gone this time?" Fishlegs asked quietly. I shook my head, the weight of the morning's events heavy on my soul. Power like that doesn't just vanish. It hides. Waiting for someone new to awaken it, Astrid rested a hand on my shoulder, a silent promise. "Then we'll be ready." I managed a faint smile. "Yeah, because no matter what darkness comes, we'll face it together." Toothless nudged me gently, his purr a comforting rumble. The sky was clear, the sea calm. But far out on the horizon, unseen by any of us, a faint shimmer of red light flickered deep beneath the waves. And a distant, ethereal voice whispered on the wind, "The fire never dies."